Hello everyone, welcome back to Starkey Homestead. So we did it. We finally finished our chicken coop. So we've been under a heat advisory here in Southeast Louisiana for several days now. And I was very concerned about our biddies in that smaller Tractor Supply coop. Like, I knew that they wouldn't be able to survive much longer in that low ceilinged coop setup. It just wasn't enough space, and it wasn't allowing enough airflow through with the low ceilings. So my husband had to do some major rebuilding on our coop. He needed to add an additional 320 square feet to the coop so that I could move my 10 pullets over to my original flock, which was 12. So that gives us 22 chickens in 640 square feet. They have a run area that's got a garden. They've got a coop area where they can go in and make compost for me. That whole area is a compost pile. So that keeps them busy. That makes sure they have a job to do, guys. Your chickens want to be busy. Like, they were actually created to scratch. They have super strong feet. And if you ever look at how their feet work, they're made for digging. So if you'll set up a compost area in your coop, your chickens, rather than plucking each other and pecking each other, they'll actually work on turning all of your vegetable matter and organic matter left over from your garden and your leaves in your yard and your grass clippings. They'll turn that into a high-end organic compost for you. It's also known as the deep litter method. Now, my dad was the one who told me to start composting in my coop because I was composting on other areas on our 2-acre farmstead. Guys, I was physically wearing myself out. All of my systems were separate. So I had chickens here and I had compost there. Well, my dad made the point, every time I let my chickens out, they went straight to the compost. So he said, just move the compost to their coop. And when you can't free range them, Sam, the compost is in there. So they're always being exposed to lots of bugs and proteins that they need, and they have a job. Now, the second greatest thing about composting in your coop is the odor goes down. Okay, so you're gonna have way less odor. The next good thing, I did not have buffalo gnats, and I barely have a fly problem. And the reason is, occasionally, like say once a week, I go in with my handy dandy pitchfork and I flip all the compost over. What I'm doing is burying the manure. Flies are attracted to crap. We all know that. That's why we just cringe when we see a housefly inside of our home, because you do, that it's already been in somebody's crap, whether it's dog, chicken, cow, especially on a farm. That fly's been walking all over crap, and now it's in your house, walking all over your stuff. So to help reduce all those pest and fly problems, composting your coop, guys, I'm telling you, I live in Southeast Louisiana. You're not going to find many places on the entire planet that get this hot, this wet, and this humid 8 months a year. So we have a lot of pest year-round here. So for me to be able to even stand having chickens on my 2-acre farmstead, I had to find a way to reduce gnats and flies. And I'm telling you guys, compost in your coop. We have plenty of videos out there. Go check them out. They're pretty interesting. It's easy to do. It isn't rocket science, okay? The next thing, we grew a garden in the run. So we actually connected the chicken run to the coop, all right? So now they're open and free to move back and forth between those two systems. Something else we did was integrate the new flock. Put up a new roosting pole. And I noticed today there's poop on the pole, which means that the newest chickens are staying outside of the established flocks area, and I'm okay with that. Now, the next greatest thing about this whole system is I only fed all these chickens, like 22 of them, 4 cups of pelleted feed this morning. They got an extra 1.5 pounds of black soldier fly larvae, and they have the compost to dig in. Plus, they have their chicken garden to eat from. So you're going to find that your feed cost goes way down without having to free range your chickens. Here on my farm, I can't free range my chickens but 3 months out of the year, and that is late fall and winter. And the reason is I heavy mulch. And guys, I don't care what anybody tells you, all these tiny newly transplanted tomato plants and pepper plants would be destroyed by my chickens. They would destroy them. Okay, so for me to be able to run a 1/4 acre market garden that's heavy mulched and no tilled, my chickens can't have free range all the time. It's just not feasible. And if you live in an urban neighborhood, it might actually be against your HOA rules to even allow your chickens out of their coop. So how can you build a coop without any expense using upcycled materials? How can you give your chickens their best life without free ranging them and reduce your feed cost? Well, do it like we did it here at Starkey Farmstead. Grow a garden in one section that we call the run, compost in the other section that we call the coop. Put it all together, you've got 640 square feet of chicken happiness. You guys have a blessed day. Thank you so much for rowing in our boat and letting us row in yours. As you can tell, that Louisiana sun, oh my gosh, it's coming out. I'm so tired of having this crazy humid head on. It's just insane. My hair is literally insane. I feel like I'm using tie-down straps from a truck to hold my hair in place, because if I took all this out, my hair would be literally like that big. It would be a big poof ball because the humidity is insane here in this state right now. You guys have a blessed day. I need to get out of this heat. Been in it for several days. I'm feeling a little bit of discomfort in my lower back where my kidneys are, which tells me two things. I need to drink more water and my kidneys are unhappy. So you guys have a blessed and wonderful day. Get out there, figure out your chicken coop situation somehow, some way. Thanks for watching Starkey Farmstead. Oh, please like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell, guys, so you know when we're going to put up a new video and row in our boat with us. We are a 2-acre, completely debt-free, sustainable loop system farm, which means we have very few inputs and we do great amounts of outputs. And we have lots of videos on making your farm, farmstead and homestead, debt-free, sustainable loops, and totally organic. Bye, guys.